What's going on, everyone? Taylor Kyles here for CLNS Media, bringing you another episode of Pats Daily, brought to you by the daily fantasy partner of CLNS Media. That would be PrizePicks. More from them later. But first, I'm so excited. We got Miguel Pats on Pats Cap on Twitter, the absolute expert on everything Patriots salary cap. We need to talk about some stuff because, one, we had the salary cap increase. We had that affecting the Patriots in multiple different ways. And even deeper than that, I wanted to get a good idea of how exactly the Patriots can spend on out-of-house free agents because they got a lot of their own guys to take care of. So I had to enlist my favorite person. Miguel, how are you doing? And thanks for being on the show.
Oh, I'm doing all right. It's going to be a crazy 2 to 3 weeks. I'm looking forward to it. We got a new GM, so I don't know what he's going to do. I don't know what the contract structure is going to do. So I am going to presume, but until I learn otherwise, that the Patriots contract is going to be what they always been. Some incentives and active roster bonuses. Front load the cash, backload the cap. We will see what happens. It's going to be interesting, folks. We'll talk about it. I got a couple of tabs over here. We'll talk about it. They can use a lot of cap space, spend a lot of cash. Hopefully it's going to be, Ellie had mentioned holes on the team, right? They can actually fix some holes with the cap spending. But obviously they're going to have to make the hit on the free agent choices. We'll see what happens.
We will see what happens. All right. First thing we got to address. The league hit a record number in cap space, all right? That's going to affect not only the Patriots, but franchise tags. There's a whole domino effect that goes in when the Patriots reach this new salary cap. First of all, let's give the shout out to the Swifties, Taylor Swift fans. A major reason, I think. If we're being very honest, the Swifties are a major reason that these teams are expecting a big increase in their salary cap. So first, bow down to the Swifties, but also, Miguel, let us know what these implications mean in the salary cap increase for the Patriots as well as their free agents.
So I got to give a shout out to my niece, Maya. She's a big Swiftie.
Maya. Clip this. Amit, clip this. This one's for Maya.
Yeah, this one's for Maya. All right. What it means for the Patriots. It gives them an advantage in the sense that they could now sign one more free agent, one big mid-sized free agent than they could have before. They can decide to not push out money from into the future because of the cap space went up. All right, folks, before in December, teams were heard that the cap was going to be in the low 40s, 240s, like somewhere between $240 million to $245 million. The Patriots, the Giants GM said he was using 243, ended up being 255.4. That's a $12.4 million difference. All right. The Patriots right now, I have them, as you can see on the spreadsheet, I have them, and I wanted to announce this today because I knew I was going to be on the show. I have them right around $87 million. I found that in my calculations of my numbers, I have to decrease the cap number for Raekwon McMillan because he has a roster bonus due in September. And the way I read the first report on it, I thought they were talking about when they said active, inactive. I thought they meant that as long as he's on the 53, I misread it wrong. I interpreted it wrong. I thought as long as he's on the 53-man roster, he's going to get the bonus, and that therefore is going to be likely to be earned. It's actually not considered likely to be earned because he wasn't on the 53-man roster on week 1 last year. So that increases my cap number to about $115,000. So it puts it right around, really close to $87 million. And I'm going to use $87 million because in honor of Rob Gronkowski, my wife's favorite Patriot. Okay.
Your wife's got good taste in husbands and football players. Your wife's got good taste.
Yeah, thank you. She puts up with me, so I'm the one with a great taste. All right. So it makes it easy for them to do their business. It's going to make it easier for them to afford to tag a Cal Duggar or a Michael Iwano. All right, it makes it just easier, and you're still going to have a lot of cap space to do what you need to do in free agency. It helped out Marco Wilson, and it helped out Ramondre Stevenson because their salaries went up because of the proven performance escalator. All right.
Okay.
All right. So now,
does Marco Wilson's carry over from when he was with the Cardinals as well?
Yes, it doesn't matter. Yeah, because his deal, he's still on his rookie deal.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, he's still on his rookie deal. Great. That's a great question, Dale. That's because it's still carried over. So Ramondre was going to make just over $1 million. Now he's going to make over $3 million. All right.
Hey.
Yes, I mean, so that's a $2 million difference. So that's good for him. Mm-hmm. For Marco Wilson, I'm expecting the Patriots to lower his salary, but give him the opportunity to earn the money back via incentives. With Ramondre, with a $3 million salary, you can extend him and then lower his salary and keep his cap number relatively the same or not increase it by a lot. All right. So it helps the Patriots. And like I said, that increase helps the Patriots that way. All right.
Okay. Because I feel like Ramondre Stevenson's someone that people wouldn't expect to be an extension candidate because he just got hurt. Obviously, he's in the last year of his deal. So you're saying, what would you expect that kind of that extension to look like for someone like Ramondre?
See, that's a great question. But the problem with the Patriots, and I'm going with the history, is that when they extended their players who were in the fourth year of the deal, the rookie deal, it's always been in the late summer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So then by that time you have the market, you'll know what the running back market. If let's say it's true, the only one who's ever got signed that was in the spring was James White. All right. There's so in a recent since the 2011 CBA. All right. If by then, if they continue that, they'll know the running back market. So you got these guys who are going to hit free agency. You got Jacobs, you got Pollard, you got Derrick Henry, you got Austin Eckler. You'll have an idea of where the running back market is going to go. So that's going to, if I was him, I would try to sign a deal that builds off what James White did, because he had, in his incentives, he had total scrimmage yards. But then I would adjust it for the increase in gap. All right. A little bit so maybe something, the top right now, top guys is Christian McCaffrey, about $15 million. I'm going off the top of my head. Is Ramondre an offensive weapon? All right. I don't know. I don't consider him an offensive weapon. So he's going to be down low. Maybe. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
In use, he's a weapon, but if you're talking about how to optimize him, you don't want the guy catching 80 passes a year.
Right. So that hurts his market. So maybe $5-6 million if you with incentives. All right. But we'll see. If he were to be extended in the spring, that tells us that this is a whole different front office. That's one of those things I'm looking for. All right. Yeah. For example, we know I by the end of the year, hopefully they would have extended Christian Barmore. All right. We will. Okay.
Okay. Miguel, I need to get on that.
I know. But we'll know, by, because that's if you want to have any extension take up 2024 cap space, you got to do by the end of the regular season. We will know then. If they do it in the spring, I'm like, hey, this is a whole different front office. Let's go. That's because that's what it means. I'm looking for landmarks, things that some decisions they make to say this is different from the past. It's going to be if they extend the guys early. All right. If they change the structure of the contracts. All right. If they start using void years, which they haven't really done a lot of, they have increased the use, but some teams go with 3 multiple years. The Patriots only go up maybe 1-2 years out in the future. We'll see.
I'm curious because Literally anytime I talk to you, I kind of use it as an opportunity to expand my knowledge because
Okay.
I'm not very well versed on this kind of contract stuff. So with adding more void years or later void years, is that advantageous? Is it more of like a situational thing where, certain situations it's good, but you don't want to get into a habit of it? How does that work out?
Okay. This is funny because there are
The
some
hard-hitting
people.
questions.
No. There's some people who. There's some. I'm an amateur capologist, right? Some of the guys who do like that, who do this, believe, hey, doesn't matter, right? Push out his dead
like
money,
the Saints,
like the Saints, and Saints fans are somewhat have acted delusional. They like literally they ignored the last 3 years. They haven't made the playoffs, but let's keep on doing the same things over and over again. That's insanity. All right. But now the Saints have to keep on doing this, pushing out the music because they keep on pushing out the money because
it feels more like a joke at this point where it's they can do it, but should they be doing it?
They have to. No, Taylor, they have to do it now.
Right.
They have they can't, they even with the even with the increase, depending on what they thought the number was, all right, they couldn't have gotten underneath the cap without doing the void years. All right. Mm-hmm. So they go out to 4 years, have the sign a player to a real 1 year deal, but have four void years. All right.
That's
the
crazy.
Patriots but they, which is, so they have a lot of dead money. People say, dead money doesn't matter. All right. Like for me, I say the best way for you to make the playoffs is to win your division. All right. Okay. So we already know, and for the Patriots, if you want to win the division in the time future, let's have less money, let's have less dead money than your competitors. All right. Because then you can sign more players. Mm-hmm. Or bigger contracts,
or send your own players.
Right? Yeah, exactly. Right. So we know that next year that the Dolphins are going to have on their cap dead money for Xavier and Howard, like $17 million, right? The Bills are going to probably have dead money in 2025 for either Stephon Diggs or Von Miller, all right, or maybe even both. The Jets are going to maybe have some dead money from Aaron Rodgers. Yeah. All right. But they're going to do some other players that have dead money. All right. Let's just say right now, and the Patriots are going to, right. If you can keep that difference between you and your competitors, like $10 to $15 million, that's 2 players. That's maybe 1 elite player with the cap. Like you could sign like a guy to a 4-year, $100 million deal, all right, and have his first year cap number be $15 million. Mm-hmm. And that's the difference between the dead money. But some of my fellow guys will say dead money doesn't matter. I say it does matter. All right. And like literally, so forget it, and they somehow ignore the GMs who say the cap matters. All right. Mm-hmm. So I'm on Twitter and I'm, saying like these keyboard warriors who could say that the dead money doesn't matter. That's terrific. The guys who are getting paid millions to run the NFL team say it matters. So I'm listening to the GMs who are getting paid to do it. All right. Who are getting paid to do this job.
And all of us listen to you. So then by
all right. So hopefully that explains it. Like, for example, like Devin McCourty right now, he's on dead money for us because they had void years. Mm-hmm. Matthew Judon is going to have in 2025 a void year. All right. I mean, to me, one of the things I think we're going to see because of the increase, we're going to see the teams who are over the cap. I think they're going to use less and less void years. The teams who have to use void years because like they have to get underneath the cap, they will still continue to use it. But I think as an overall, we'll see less. We'll see. I'm willing to, if you believe in dead money, if you believe in the use of void years, let's make a bet. I will bet you, and if I lose, I'll give to your favorite charity, and if I win, you just give to my favorite charity. So I'm calling it. You guys, let's make that bet. You can reach out to me on Twitter. Okay.
I will say I am not going against charity, but I think it's crazy to go against Miguel. That's just me personally. That's just one man's opinion. But I will say, so you mentioned like Ramondre Stevenson, kind of under those stipulations, kind of a surprise extension candidate. I feel like Barmore is one of those bigger guys as well. So let me know. And I know you got like the spreadsheet and everything. I advertise the spreadsheet. Miguel.
Let's go.
I'm telling you, I've already seen it. It is quite impressive. So one thing, so in terms of extension candidates, I know you got a part of this spreadsheet that's got a bunch of the extension candidates. So let me know who you think that is and what kind of money you think that would entail and how it affects their cap situation.
Okay. All right. So, folks, so right here, we're going to start off with $87 million. All right. Mm-hmm. And I will, so I just tried to do holes. So right here, you show, and I'm going to put here, you see here, I click on it, and this is what I'm going to pick Ezekiel Elliott. Mm-hmm. All right. And you notice that my cap space went down, accounted for him. All right. Okay. So now LT, okay, left tackle, first round pick. That's the first round pick of the cap number. This is my offseason plan. Okay. All right. WI1. I had it as T. Higgins, but stupid got franchise tag. Okay. Okay. But okay. So I'm going with my second choice, Calvin Ridley. All right.
Okay.
PE1.
I didn't even know you could do this in a spreadsheet. You got to teach me how to do this off air. I didn't even know this is possible.
Okay.
I'm learning as I go.
It's literally, folks. Okay. just follow the. I did all this right. And it's basically just looking up VLOOKUPs and stuff like that. Okay, whatever.
And this is including if they cut JC Jackson?
Oh, this is not. Yes. This is, see right here. This is including the JC Jackson cut already.
Okay, so and that's like a most likely move, kind of, right?
Okay, so I included everyone, but so let's just say.
Of course you did. I
included everyone, so I'm trying to think of someone else. Let's go with Davon Gotcha. Okay, you'll see here that the total cuts went up to $21 million. Okay. So but I'm gonna go back here and just hit select. Okay, all right, see how it changes. Okay. All right, Now if I scroll over, hopefully you guys can see this. I have Mac Jones as a trade, and that's the cap space. Like, okay, all right. If I'm trying to think who. Well, let's just say Devontae. All right. Okay. That's how much cap space. That's not going to happen.
Please, I hope they can. No offense to Devontae Parker, but I hope that happens.
All right. So then I started doing this. Tight end win. Dalton Schultz. All right. Right tackle. This is going to be. Oh, come on. Where's my? So I should have really had him first.
Big Mike. There we go.
Big Mike. And why didn't this work? Okay, it worked at home. That's okay. We'll just type it. We'll just put it in.
You're a beast. Right. You're a beast.
You're a beast. Right. That's funny. I have to fix the formula, folks. All right. QB2. Let's go with my man Jacoby. Safety 1. Let's go with Kyle.
Yep.
Duggar. DD1. All right. I was gonna go after
Big Barmore on the extension, maybe?
No. I was gonna go after this guy.
Oh, Matabuike. Okay.
I was gonna go tag. But he's gonna go tag. So I was gonna go. Let me go with someone else. All right. I'll go with DJ Rita. QB1, third overall pick. All right. If you believe in Justin Fields, that's his cap number. If you think the Patriots are going to trade down to the 8th spot, that's that cap number for that spot. Okay. And then you see that I ended up with about right after doing all this, I got about $32 million in cap space.
And that's what you use on draft picks, in-season. Oh, no, yeah. No, you had already the draft picks, I guess. So
no.
That would be more like in-season kind of.
Yeah, so this is my big picture plan. All right. So obviously, we're not since I got my left tackle and my quarterback in the draft. That number that you use is that number that we would use in the cap space. Okay. Yeah. See, I would like right now. This is the offset, and folks. You can see like right now, this is the offset, the $8.3 million. Some of that's already being used. Okay. And you can see this. Folks, this is like my mock draft on the column for the name.
I think that looks pretty damn good, Miguel. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So
I think that looks pretty damn good.
So let me. I don't know if people can zoom. Let me just zoom that for the people. Okay, so that's my mock draft. Okay.
Yo, it's over. Miguel figured out how to screen share and use the thing live.
No.
Everybody's in trouble. Everybody's in trouble. Miguel's coming for jobs.
I was like, this is awesome. That's the first time I've been able to use my workbook on live. This is so awesome.
By the way, you see that comment from DJ Daniel? I just wanted to keep it up there until you saw it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you,
Miguel's
TJ.
All right. Thank you, TJ. I wanted to make sure he saw it. All right.
Thank you. All right. Let's go back to Zoom to 100%. Okay. So let's talk about. Let's go back to the offseason tab. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So then I could go over here, and folks, I'll go over here and let's just talk about.
Oh my God. Also, like, people, I cannot emphasize enough. He did this for the show. Miguel asks me before the shows. You can clarify after. I'm going to say my piece, and then you can be all humble or whatever. Miguel, before these shows, always asks me, "Hey, what's my homework assignment?" And I laugh. I'm like, "Oh, it's just a silly little show." And he does these very thorough spreadsheets. I just want to make sure everybody else appreciates. I know you build on them, but it is still insanely impressive. So I just want to give you your flowers, and now you can go.
Yeah, because I literally like sometimes the shows I'm better on the shows if you knew you were gonna ask me questions and I have to do some research. Sometimes I could just do it off the top of my head, but if I have to look some numbers up, I just rather get it right. You know what I'm saying? So I just do it. Like, so now here I'm in the wide receiver column. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let me just zoom this up so people can see this a little bit better. All right. So I just did a little. All right. So we could cross off T. Higgins, okay, because he got tagged. All right. Mm-hmm. So if you wanted to build a wide receiver room, add to the wide receiver room, this is the 2024, their cap numbers. All right. This is not what they're signing for. Like when I say Calvin Ridley for $13 million, I'm not saying the Patriots are going to sign him to a 4-year deal and he gets $52 million, 4 times 13. All right. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that his 2024 cap number will be $13 million. All right. Mm-hmm. Same thing with Gabe Davis. And I'll have to say this. I got this idea from this spreadsheet and most of the formulas from a guy who writes about the Bengals for The Athletic. So I got to give my flowers to that gentleman. All right. I just build off of his work, and the Patriots stuff is me, obviously. And
of course, no one else.
And then I forget where I put the draft picks. Eventually, my goal here is if you trade the 3rd overall pick for the 8th pick, I want to have that in here. But I haven't figured it out. I started working on it, but I haven't got it nailed down yet. Okay. All right. So let's go with and you'll see this column here where I talk about trades and cuts. All right. These are the players, right? And you'll notice that you'll lose some cap where you see the parentheses, and I should really have it in red. You'll lose some cap space just because somebody has to replace them on the top 51 list. All right. And I'll say this: if you see my pin tweet and you donate to the Habitat for Humanity following that pin tweet, I will just email you the workbook after I fix the formula, one of the formulas. And I'll email you the formula, the same workbook I sent to Taylor, you will get. All right. And if you're willing, for those guys who are out there who are listening to the show, all right. And some guy said Ben Volen had put out some cap numbers. And somebody says, well, you should listen to what Miguel says. And then some Bills fans said, laughing out loud, I'm going to go with the NFLPA. If you and so like, if you happen to believe, if you happen to believe that the NFLPA is right, all right, then I'll bet you too. I will give you odds. I'll give you odds.
Betting against Miguel is a very interesting strategy. I would not recommend, but if you want to lose money, you got it to blow. Go ahead. Donate to Habitat for Humanity, please. Be wrong and donate. Yes.
Yeah. So like, okay. Thank you. So here's right tackle. Here's some numbers from right tackles. All right. I don't like this is I don't know how I didn't get Mike. Oh, probably because I changed his name. All right. So like we can go back and let's just talk about his deal, what I think his deal should be. All right. But of course he changed agents, and interesting that several Patriots players have recently changed agents. So since the agents work for the players, what does that mean? What does that mean? Do the players want to have wanted to switch? The agents wanted more money, wanted to maximize the player's compensation, and the player wants to give the Patriots a discount, or did the player think I want as much money as possible, and he's asking for too much, and the agent's saying you're out of line.
And what do you think it is? Because we saw now it's Nwenu, it's Duggar, and Anthony Jennings all switched their agency. So what do you think that's about? Because I have no idea how to read that situation.
So with Michael Onwenu, I happen to you had Sophie on the other day. All right.
Yep.
Okay. So this is obviously a little bit too big. I think it's because he wants to sign a deal at a discount with the Patriots. We'll find out.
Okay.
I'm not 100% sure, but we'll find out. We can see like this. I thought that he would get like a deal at $17 million. All right. And for 4 years. All right. And I know we talked about, I think we talked about the last.
It's similar to the Elton Jenkins contract, right? Where it's like kind of the base is a guard and then there's the incentives, right?
Except remember in 2021, the Patriots signed Hunter Henry to a 3-year, $37 million half deal on the deal. All right. 12.4 million, 12.1. Right. The cap has gone up close to 40% since then. $17 million is around 40% more than $12.5 million. I'm saying if you're willing to pay a tight end $12.5 million a year, you should pay you should be able to pay your best offensive lineman $17 million a year.
Damn straight.
All right. And if he's willing to take less, God bless him.
Yeah.
All right. God bless him. Okay. That's like I don't judge. I'm all for the players maximize their money. All right. If they want to take less, God bless them. It is what it is. I don't think they should, but I'm not going to judge on them. I'm not I'm saying you live your life the way you want to live your life. All right.
And I will say real quick before we get into Onwenu, just because I honestly kind of spaced out just because I'm listening to you, we do have to send out our endorsements. We have to make sure the bills get paid. We will send it to our friends at PrizePicks, so we'll be right back with more of Miguel Benzan's absolutely brilliant insight. Be right back. Football season may be over, but the action on the floor is heating up. Whether it's tournament season or the fight for playoff home court, there's no shortage of high-stakes basketball moments this time of year. Get in on the excitement with PrizePicks, America's #1 fantasy sports app, where you can turn your hoops knowledge into serious cash. Want to play alongside some of PrizePicks' favorite players like Meek Mill and Sugar Sean O'Malley? You can now find community plays under the promos tab of the app to view entries from some of the biggest names in the PrizePicks community each week. PrizePicks even offers injury insurance so that your entries stay in play even if one of your players gets injured. For basketball games, if you have a player who exits the game in the first half and doesn't return in the second, that player projection won't count against you and the rest of your entries stays live. With Jason Tatum going for the MVP, I'm taking more on his points and rebounds. Download the app today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. PrizePicks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. All right. I hope I didn't throw your train of thought off too bad. No. Please continue.
I just no. So like with Michael Onwenu, I just think that he's gonna get whatever. I don't know why he switched his agent. We'll find out. If let's say he signs a deal that's in the $13 to $15 million range, it's probably I would say he disagreed with his agents who probably wanted more money. Okay, but if he never signs a contract with the Patriots and hits free agency, all right, and then he gets the bag. It's because but he probably was looking for maybe $25 million a year, and he probably gets 20. All right. It's probably because
Wow.
the agents that get $25 million was out of line. It was not, you're not going to get that. He's going to probably have to settle for maybe you can get 20. All right. Because remember,
Would
folks,
25 be like top right tackle money?
yeah. But that's a ridiculous amount of money. All right. Because I was just
Right.
throwing out an example. All right. I don't think he would get that, but like literally, maybe. But then again, it only takes one GM to fall in love with you. All right.
That's
The
true.
fact that there's very few right offensive tackles going to be who are young in free agency helps him. All right. So if there might actually be a bidding war for him, he'll find out. Like literally, this kind of hurts him at the combine, not having an agent. All right, because this is the time where they do the illegal.
This is the not so exactly. I was gonna say the not so legal tampering period. Everybody knows that there's a very specific reason why the combine is right before free agency starts. It's not a coincidence.
It's so he's missing out on that, but we'll see. As for Duggar and Jennings, I don't know. I have a total guess. I don't know. I have
I feel like they lucked out with Anthony. Honestly, with both. With Kyle Duggar, the age is a huge factor.
Yes.
Also, frankly, I don't think a lot of teams know how to use him very well. Like the best teams understand, like good safeties use him in the slot, use him like in the box when you have to. They understand how to mix it up. Not every defense knows how to do that. And then with Anthony Jennings, he's a difference maker because he has so many tackles for loss, so many stops. Like he gets you behind the chains on early downs, but he's not a pass rusher. So you're not going to have to pay premium dollar.
Right. And because pass rushers get paid. What Anthony Jennings does not get paid. So literally you could say, you could put him underneath, oh my gosh, Bentley, between Tavai and Bentley, and and to be happy with that room. And there goes your linebacker room. Or you can go get, like, for example, there's another thing we're talking about, landmarks and difference. Like, it used to be that the Patriots would respect the pecking order in terms of the money. Right? Will they go out and sign a linebacker that makes more money than Bentley? Will what I'm saying? Or like a veteran like that. We'll see. And that's another land thing I'm looking for. Because this guy's going to be out there available they could sign. So I don't know. Like Jennings, I think is going to be like just underneath Bentley, who's got he had a good deal. He's got to be. His deal's good. So maybe
what's he making per year? Is it like $6 million?
No, he's making like. Oh wait, if he includes the incentives, he's probably making $7 million. All right.
Okay.
Okay, but if you include incentives, because he did make his incentives, right?
And he's an every down player for them. He's not like a Jennings where he's more of a role player. Bentley plays every down.
Like oh my gosh. As you folks, I keep track of the players' incentives, right? So it's mostly the players' snap counts. All right. Bentley was like so up there. He was ridiculously above. Like, I knew from maybe early November that he was going to make all his $1 million in incentives. I was like,
that was after he missed like a game or two because
he was
like, it's very obvious.
All right, I'm penciling him in. I should just I literally track and I say my choices on my spreadsheet are probable, unlikely, unearned, or earned. And I just went for him. Probable, earned. So oh my gosh, so that's one. I should explain. Take the opportunity to explain. I just totally out of random, like why my number, $87 million, is so much more than the other people.
Absolutely.
And it's around. I have it at $87 million. I think over the cap has it 78. All right. It's because I keep track of incentives, and Jason Fitzgerald said on his podcast, his last podcast, about in the 15 minutes in it, he talks about he's not doing an estimate for the adjustments. So I kept tracking, and I got a $10.7 million positive adjustment for the Patriots, which is baked into my number. All right. that number is going to be that 10.7 is going to be the second highest positive adjustment for any team since 2011. Only the 49ers, only the 49ers had a bigger number, and I forgot. Of course, I remember the team. Forgot the year. But because they were over $11 million. I thought the Patriots could set a record, but then I checked back my spreadsheet that I keep track of, and so the 49ers got the record. But the Patriots are going to have the second highest, and of course, this is that's why I'm confident that when I see people say the Patriots have $78 million because they're using Jason's number, all right, that eventually when Jason when the official estimate comes out, he's going to increase his number by 10 million or so. I'm not saying my 10.7 is going to be 100% accurate, but I know it's not going to be zero, right? Because we know players did not earn their incentives like Trent Brown, all right, and we know players missed out on earning the likely to burn active roster bonuses like Daniel Equinix. All right. Okay. Thank you, Zach. Appreciate that. All right.
Thank you, Zach.
Okay. Zach, send me a DM with your email address, and I'll send you the workbook right after I eat, because I got to eat after this.
I'm cutting into Miguel's dinner time. I'm sorry.
It's all good. It's all good. I love the work you're doing. It's all right. All right.
All right. Here's one question I do have. So you have the spreadsheet. We saw like what it was if they have certain free agent options. Is there a way that we can see what it looks like if they just take care of their guys? Like, say they extend
so
Christian Barmore kind of thing. So I'll put it back up. So let's say
put it back up. Okay, so
because Elliot Wolf did mention how like one of the priorities and what the Packer way is that the Patriots are going to employ is developing guys and extending them. So if like Christian Barmore gets extended, they keep Onwenu and Duggar, who Elliot Wolf also said they want to keep. What would it look like, and what will they actually have to spend on out-of-house free agents? Because it looks like they have $100 million to spend on whoever they want, but they got to keep money for draft picks, for in-season free agents, for the people on their own roster. So,
Okay, so okay. I got data restriction. I got to take the data restriction off. Hold on a minute.
Okay, we will all wait happily.
No. Okay, so hold on a minute. So this is basically, I went in and it said you can only use data validation. I'm gonna take this out. Okay, any value.
Hey, Sheets, don't tell Miguel what he can and can't do, okay? He makes the rules.
Okay.
Sheets doesn't know who they're messing with right now.
Okay, so let's go. Let's pick a number. Okay, if I was him, he's got Nicole Lynn as his agent.
This is so cool.
Okay,
we're watching this live.
So let's say the top of the market is around 20.
We do know Nicole Lynn's going to get him that money.
Yeah, he's going to get the money.
Yeah.
All right.
One of the best agents in the business right now. Seriously.
So let's go out. Let's pick a number in the low teens. Let's go with.
I feel like he's going to make like about what Justin Madubuike is going to make, right?
Yeah. So let's go with 13. Let's go with 14. Let's just go with 14. Let's go with 14 because of course I put in the stupid thing. All right, hold on. Okay, I get Christian Barmore and I got somebody. Remember, I already got Kyle Duggar in here. Okay, I got Ono in here. All right, I got down to 19. So let's pick another guy you want to extend.
You said Ramondre, right? So what about Ramondre?
But he's not really good.
Or Judon. How about Judon?
Oh, Judon's not going to really change his cap number, not that much.
Okay.
I
feel that's the thing. When the roster's not great, they don't have a lot of extension candidates.
Okay, so hold on a minute. With Judon, oh my gosh, his cap number is I'm going to remember on the top of my head, $14.7 million. Okay, you could definitely do a deal with him and keep the cap number the same or even lower. So I'm not putting so let's
So
go.
Matthew Judon is someone who they could extend realistically this offseason.
Yeah.
Because that's a big talking point where it's like, obviously he comes off the injury and he's on the older side. But if you extend him, then you can either keep it the same or lower it. That's pretty
so
good
I'm going to put down
okay.
-2 to lower his, because I'm lowering his cap number. Okay. By $2 million. Okay. All right. Okay. This is going to be wild.
This is so cool watching you do this live.
I've never done this live. This is really cool. Let's go with Stevenson.
Okay. Watching the brilliance of Miguel in real time.
Okay.
This is like watching Belichick scout.
All right.
Maybe cooler.
Okay, so $2 million. That'll be $2 million there. Okay. Actually, okay. This is gonna be just, hold on, man.
This is so awesome.
Because it's just a savings. It's just that. I'm not gonna avoid that. Oh, no. Goodness, Miguel. Think about it. Negative number. I add. All right. So I got Judon, I got Stevenson, we got Barmore, we got Duggar, we got Awino. Oh, we gotta get Jennings on the team.
Jennings, yep.
Okay. So here. Jennings.
Feels like this was my fear. And this is like, obviously, I love having you on, period.
Yeah.
This is one of the biggest reasons I wanted to get you on, because I feel like there's a misconception of like, oh, the Patriots have all this money, but the reason they have all that money is because they have a lot of free agents and a lot of guys that deserve to get paid. So
okay. All right. I would respectfully disagree. They have a lot of free agents. They have 16. 16's okay. So they in the terms, I would bet, if I would think that's below average for the NFL. All right, they have a lot of you even if you were to say how many, the problem for them is how many of you would say you have to keep. It's probably a handful, less than a handful. Right. All right, that's the issue. All right. Okay. See, let's go with Jennings. So now I got the 12 and a so I'm on $12.2 million in cap space. All right. As long as so now I'm gonna bring up this thing. So let's just zoom this up a little bit so people can see this better. Well, actually, I think I can just do this. And maybe
spreadsheet wizardry.
Okay, all right. So this is what the cap space they had at the start of training camp, and this is what they ended with the year with. All right. And some of these years I had markers, right? I went not at the beginning, but after something happened. All right. Like, for example, the opt-outs started after the deadline was during this training camp. All right. So you see that at the start of training camp, they had around $11.8 million. The end of the season around $4 million. So they're usually around $7.6 million. Okay, that's still 7.6 is still. I got enough. Look at that. I got some cushion. I got some cushion there. I signed all the guys you want. Re-signed all the guys you wanted to sign. Signed some free agents, and I still have a cushion.
Okay, so what? So if we're talking like, okay, so who do we have up there? We got Dalton Schultz. We got Matt Abuike, I think, is in there too.
No. I got Dalton Schultz. I got Dalton Schultz twice. Oops, hold on a minute. I got Dalton Schultz twice.
Oh, we might have more money.
Yeah, we'll pick another tight end. I'm gonna go with
All right, let's go with Hunter Henry, because I feel like he's someone they're going to want to re-sign just for the leadership element.
Okay, so why do I got to make that a bigger number? Hunter Henry should be a bigger number.
7.5. I know that's where the Brad Spielberg.
I'm gonna go with 6. I'm gonna go with 6.5. I'm just gonna find where the tight end column is. Okay.
Seriously, donate just because it's the right thing to do, but also donate because you get all of this. I have been using Miguel's spreadsheets as a Bible since he sent them to me months ago. So I cannot give you a higher endorsement. It is so helpful, and you're not getting this level of insight anywhere else. So.
Thank you. I'll fix this. The Hunter Henry thing, $6 million. Okay, so I still have that. So look at this. Now I got $14.5 million. We've signed 2 tight ends. We got a backup running back. We extended Ramondre. Okay, we've drafted. We've taken care of our draft pick costs. All right. So all we have left for the season all right, is the guys who will get injured. They're not likely to be bearing active roster bonuses and the practice squad. All right.
Right.
The last 3 years, the Patriots have spent around $4 to $4.5 million on their practice squad, and that's including the practice squad elevations. All right. I can't say how much they're going to spend on injury replacements. No one knows that now. Like we literally, all of us hope that no one gets injured during the training camp, but we know someone will. All right. All of us hope. So I can't say like on September after the roster cut downs, the Patriots will have X amount of dollars. All right. I wouldn't even bet on that because I don't know. Because that means I would have to know who gets injured. All right. So that would be a bet I would never make. All right. I will say this, that this number, all these numbers, all right, don't account for the fact that the players who are not in the top 51, all right, will beat out higher play players, so they'll create cap space. So the guys you like, for example, any players you draft in the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th round, undrafted free agents, this salary is not going to count against the cap. There's $795,000 after they get signed will not account against the cap. All right, only the signing bonus proration will. All right, so they beat out a guy who has a $2 million salary. All right, you just created over $1.2 million in cap space. All right, you do that a couple of times, 5 times, you got the $6 million in cap space.
Right.
All right, so this cushion,
and this is before we've even cut J.C. Jackson, right?
Well, no, this is after we cut J.C. Jackson.
After, okay, just like yeah.
Okay. So that cushion.
So that's basically J.C. Jackson's number, right?
So like literally, and I'll say this: like people are saying, why haven't they cut J.C. Jackson? It doesn't hurt them to keep him on the roster. They don't have to make a decision on him until the 3rd day of the league year. They're not losing out on sending one player. When you got $87 million in cap space right now, you're not losing out on one player by not cutting J.C. Jackson.
And with Lawrence Guy and Adrian Phillips, it was more like a respect thing where they were like, it's not about clearing money. It's just get you on the market early so you can find a new team.
And oh my gosh, I thank God you said I like that. But I said that right after they got cut. It was respect. And then to have Mike Vies repeat that in his Sunday column, I was like,
anytime I have like a thought in my head and Mike Reese reiterates it, I'm like, okay, thank God, I'm on the right track. I'm not an idiot.
Exactly. Oh my gosh, exactly.
Taylor's confused. You're not wrong. This is why I have Miguel on, because I'm the film guy. I know Elliot Wolf mentioned it. Know your strengths, know your weaknesses. The cap is my weakness. Miguel is my cure. I want to get that out there because Miguel is my guy. This is why I have you on.
All right.
So if we wrap this into a bow, because I know you got to eat dinner. I've had you for long enough. If we want to wrap this into a bow, we want to say, okay, if they extend Christian Barmore, and let's see who we have here. Let's recap. Let's do a quick recap. So who do we have as extensions? We have Barmore. I think we have Ramondre, right?
Yep.
We got Ramondre. Judon. All right, so we re-signed 3 of their biggest players, or we extend 3 of their biggest players. Yes. We re-signed Hunter Henry, Anthony Jennings.
We got Dalton Schultz, and
there's so many numbers. There we go. Yes,
we got Calvin Ridley on the roster for your wide receiver. We'll just scroll down.
Yes.
We'll scroll down. We cut J.C. Jackson. We traded Mac Jones. Okay, we re-signed Ezekiel Elliott. We've drafted our left tackle is going to be the first round. Wait a minute. Okay, well, whatever. If you have the left tackle as your first round pick, I can't have both. I can't have the quarterback 1.
Let's say quarterback 1, left tackle 2, just because we're going by positions of need.
Okay, so let's go. What do I have? This is LT. So this is going to be my second round pick. All right. Second round pick is going to be my left tackle. All right. I got Calvin Ridley. I got Hunter Henry and Dalton Schultz. Maybe I'll go with maybe let's change Dalton Schultz to
Harrison.
I want to go Hunter Henry. Let's go with Noah Fant, the cheaper guy.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. All right, good.
I got my right tackle at Mike Owano. I got my QB2, Jacoby Brissett. I re-signed Kyle Duggar. I got TJ Reader to be my another defensive tackle. I got my QB1 is going to be the 3rd overall pick. All right. I extended Christian Barmore. All right. Oh, this number should actually be less because he already has a cap hit.
Ooh, we saving money.
Yeah, we're saving money. So let's go with 11.5. And this would then be, I would need this in there.
Me too, Bader.
Okay.
I'm sorry
all right.
if I mispronounced. Me too.
Okay. That's funny. All right.
Guilty as
so then I
charged.
got Judon, I got Stevenson, and I got Anthony Nash because I was good at math. That's good. It's funny.
I was not, so this is why I need you to hold my hand, Miguel.
Okay, so I gotta fix the formulas for when we extend people. All right.
Mhm.
So I have to say this is like you can't use this formula, only use this for this role for extensions. All right. And then same thing with Judon. All right. I gotta fix that. All right. But we've look what we've done, and we still got $20 million. We still got $20 million in cap space.
We still got money. We still got money.
So tell me a spot that we're missing.
Let me think. All right. I would say a veteran left tackle, like a Jonah Williams. Let's say a Jonah Williams.
Okay, so let's go. Let's go. Okay.
And that's also if they get like DJ Reader. I feel like they might want to go young defensive tackle, but we'll keep DJ Reader. But let's assume they get a good defensive lineman with what they're looking for. Like that could be DJ Reader or Andrew Van Ginkel, right? I feel like that could be kind of similar style contracts.
All right. Okay. Hold on a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna be face that one. So I want to do data validation here. I just don't remember the column. Hold on, man.
This could be a Skillshare episode. We should.
So this is
y'all are getting this for free.
My data validation is what? K12 to K19. Okay. List. So you go down here and just choose list. And then I'm going to just scroll down to K12. And because of Zoom, it looks so big. It's so big.
It's just a bunch of little sneak previews. This is what you could get if you donate. This is what you get. Just parts of it.
You will get this.
This spreadsheet is so much more dense than you think it is. There is several other columns. I cannot emphasize enough how insanely detailed and high value this spreadsheet is. Just so you know, there's way more than you can see in this shot.
Okay, so this is going to be LT. So you want Jonah Williams?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's pick Jonah. $12 million. So this is going to be new cap space. Paste. Oh, okay. Then we're just gonna do a little cleanup. All right, little cleanup. The format the painter. All right. So now you got your Jonah Williams, get the veteran left tackle. I think he's gonna get $12 million. It's his first year cap number. So I still got the $9 million, $9.4 million, but pretty much filled all the holes. All right.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the Patriots, they have a better season health-wise, they should be all right. They won't have to do anything.
Seriously.
Yeah. Like literally. And so and each number that I'm off, all right, it's probably because I'm overestimating the cap hit. Okay.
Rather overestimate than just
I'd rather
money.
overestimate. All right. I'd rather overestimate. Okay.
That's how I am when I go out and I spend too much money on dinner. I always overestimate. It's like, that's what we're going to spend. This is what the budget's going to be. I don't want to say great minds because you're a great mind. I'm just, floating here in the wind. But I like the cut of your jib.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay, so I think we filled out we got a pretty good team, I think. I think we got a pretty good team.
I agree.
Okay.
All right. So what's that? And what were you saying? They usually finish around like $4.5 million, right?
Yeah, they usually have finished $4.5 million. If you 4.3 if you want to get exact, but they usually average $4.3 million. Okay. If you take out 2020 COVID year, they average $2.7 million. Okay. And folks, all right, just to clarify, just because they ended the season with these numbers doesn't mean they spent in cash that number. They just, for example, especially this is misleading to say they spent all this in cash in 2023, because this isn't true, right? Because this number includes the LTB incentives that weren't earned and the LTB active roster bonuses that weren't earned. So they didn't spend all that cash in 2023. That's why they got to get a $10.7 million credit this year. All right. There's a big difference between cash and cap. And politely, I think the media could do a better job of explaining it, but they don't. All right, they go, but they got their own agenda, so we'll leave that alone.
I just want to make sure we get all the praise from Miguel up on the screen. Thank you all for making sure that Miguel is recognized for how absolutely insane it is to be on a live show and just casually calculate what the Patriots cap could be in all these different situations. All right, buddy. Again, I've taken up so much of your time. Is there anything else you want to show us? Because if not, I've got one more thing to show you and ask you before we head out of here. Anything else?
No. Folks, on the workbook, you will see the numbers I have for some players like Mack and Field and blah blah blah. Oh, let's do this. Okay. So the one last thing is, because the big thing about the draft. All right. And then let's just zoom this up. Okay. So let's hide this thing. All right. So this is the difference between, let's say I'm not saying trade the number 3 pick for him, but if you traded some other pick for Justin Fields, right? If he joins the Patriots, this is his cap number. All right. If you drafted a play, that's this cap, and that's the difference. Okay. So by trading for Justin Fields and not drafting a quarterback at the number 30 spot, you actually you save some cap space this year, but you lose the cap space next year, because this is his option number, 50 option number. All right. And then I just said, and then I predicted a deal for him. All right. And I just used Daniel Jones' deal and I increased it by 20%. All right. That's generous. That's being underestimated. Okay. That's underestimating, because folks, if the cap went up by $30 million this year, it might go up 25 million in 2025, another $25 million in 2026. So these numbers are probably low, and you can see the difference. So why I'm in favor of drafting a quarterback is I have that difference, that $64 million difference between Justin and the 3rd overall pick, $64 million over 4 years. All right. 16. Imagine that. That's $16 million. You can get two players. One elite, definitely one elite player. And 2 good players, and maybe 3 good players with $16 million.
It's a quarterback rookie deal money, baby.
Yeah,
that pays off.
Well, that's why I'm in favor of that. All right. And I'll just say this for those guys who are favor of Justin Fields. All right, trading for Justin Fields. I just want to know, what quarterback skill does he have that justifies trading for him? Because don't say the answer can't be, well, then I get to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. at number 3. That's not a skill. Just I just want, what do you? It's like, and the folk, it was like, that's why I want to know. I want to know what you think that he could do at quarterback that he justifies trading for him. Because in my opinion, he's a bottom half quarterback. All right.
I don't think you're wrong.
Okay. And if you, and good luck trying to win a Super Bowl with a bottom half quarterback.
And missing out on all this money.
And yes.
All right. Yeah. All right. So I'm just going to take this away because we want more endorsements. Also, yes, Miguel, spreadsheets are the best thing. If you want permission, you can get it. Make sure you donate. Before I ask you your last question, please, I just want to plug this away right now while we still got the people. Let them know where they can donate before I ask you this last question.
Okay, just go to my on Twitter, go to my pin tweet. All right, and then there's a link. All right. I always say Habitat for Humanity, but they changed the name to North Central Connecticut Habitat for Humanity. All right. Just go to my pin tweet, donate. Then if you donate, send me a DM. All right. Because with your email address, then I can send it. Because I'm not going to know. I don't know people's addresses. Email address. All right. I need to know that. All right. And then I'll send you the thing. And any donation is welcome. And it's just been a blast. I gotta have to thank you to give me the opportunity to do this live. This is definitely the most fun I've had doing it because I could do this live. Never done it before. So I thank you so much. All right.
I appreciate you so much, buddy. And thank you, Andrew Schauder, kind stranger who I definitely do not know and did not grow up with, but seriously, thank you so much. All right, this is the last thing I'm going to ask you before we get out of here. Jonnu Smith, yes or no?
Yes, because I could probably sign him for less money because he signed. Okay, so he went from making $12.5 million with the Patriots a year to $7.5 million with the Falcons. So he took a 40% discount. I could probably take another. He's getting older, so he could take another 40% discount. So I will add if he's not in my tight end column. Before I send out the workbooks, I will add him. I'll probably say that he's going to probably make, and his cap number in 2024 will probably be $4 million.
That's not bad. I'm not super hyped to sign Jonnu. I think he's a lovely person, but just.
But you could go, like, for example, I think you could get, for the same amount of money, you could probably get a younger guy. But it's like do I want, but if he's willing to take a big discount to maybe he's taking a pay cut, 40% pay cut again. How much of his discount is he willing to get? Yeah.
He's 28 years old.
Yeah,
you could probably get Harrison Bryant for similar money.
Yeah,
and he's a younger guy with the higher upside. That's my thing. It's like,
So I would say, at the end of the day, do I want? It's I'd rather go younger. So but if you say that I can get him at a really like $2-3 million, I'm not passing it up because literally you're not going to guarantee all that contract. He's not. If you're signing him to low money, he's not getting it all guaranteed. So you can cut him. You can cut him at the training camp. Boom.
It's nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If
he comes cheap, then we're for it. Yeah, Miguel?
And I'm saying yes. If I'm saying for cheap for him would be probably less than $3 million. And there's a pet peeve of mine. Like I literally do hate the answer for the right price. I think you should the beat writers should say what the right price is. You should give a number. You've been out here. This is your job. You should know the values of the players. So don't say I want to re-sign these players and do some research and give the folks listening to you a number and go. I'm willing to give out numbers and be wrong with it.
I'm writing this down for the right price. I'm writing this down for myself because I am damn near cap illiterate. So this is for all of us on the beat. Don't say for the right price. Don't piss off Miguel.
Yeah, give us a price. Give us a price.
Give us a day. And if you don't know what the price is, just ask Miguel. All right. You laugh. I'm dead serious. But thank you so much, buddy. All right. I know you plugged, but let people know where they can find you and if there's anything else that you got coming down the pipeline or anything else.
You can find me on Twitter. I occasionally post videos photos on Instagram. Please, folks, it's gonna be crazy in the next couple of weeks. I do have a full-time job, so if something breaks during the day, it might take me a while to get to it. All right. especially
we talked about it, Miguel. Fashionably late. It's okay.
Fashionably
It's
late,
just
like
lost
fashionably
interest.
late. Yeah, exactly. But I'm in more like So if you've been following me for a while, you know if I had a job and I got let go, and this new job and a lot more meetings.
Idiots.
No, it's whatever.
No offense, but idiots.
No offense, but so in this new job, I have a lot more meetings, so it's a lot harder for me to keep to like even break out and like do a quick tweet.
Hey man, once again, fashionably late. When you got the good content, the people will come. Do not worry about the time. But we're going to bring this one to a close. Thank you so much, buddy. Once again, it's always a pleasure. You're welcome on anytime. I appreciate you taking the time. I appreciate you all taking the time to spend time with us and watch the show. Give Miguel the love he very much deserves. Thank you so much. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.